Welcome back to Stoic by Lena folks. We dig into those quiet forces that really steer how people act. Let me ask you something straight up. Have you ever sat back and wondered what it truly takes to grab a woman's attention these days? World's full of flashing screens and endless noise, ain't it? Now, society loves to shout that it's all about looks, fat wallets, or fancy job titles. But I'll tell you plain, it ain't. Not deep down. What matters is how you make her feel. Truth is, most guys are clueless about the raw power their own words carry. They think tossing out some half-hearted nice dress or buying a fancy dinner is the ticket. Misses the mark entirely. Here's the real deal. The right words, said at just the right moment, that sticks. It carves you a spot in her memory separate from every other fella she's known. But what are those words? Today I'm laying out 8 powerful compliments. These ain't your shallow, empty flattery. They're grounded in real psychology, human connection, and pack a genuine emotional punch. Forget the hey beautiful stuff. This is about touching something deeper, making her feel truly seen, respected, and pulled toward you. Here's the hard truth though, if all you're doing is slinging weak generic praise like you look nice, you're just another forgettable name in her messages. Master these 8, you stand out. You leave a lasting mark on her mind. So if you're ready to step up your connection game and use a little psychological savvy to your advantage, let's get down to it. Hit that subscribe button if you're serious about using Stoic wisdom and human psychology to transform how you connect. Every video here brings you closer to mastering attraction and real influence. Compliment number 1. That fragrance you're wearing? Honestly, it's addictive. Stays with me long after you're gone. Let's kick things off with one of the most overlooked yet downright powerful compliments you can give, noticing her scent. Why does this hit so hard? Well, smell is primal, friend. It's one of the oldest, deepest triggers in human attraction, but folks often breeze right past it. Think about your own life. How many times have you caught a whiff of a certain scent? Maybe old leather, pipe tobacco, or fresh-cut grass, and been instantly thrown back to a vivid memory, a place, or even a person? That ain't coincidence. Scent hooks straight into the brain's limbic system, the part handling emotions and memories. When you compliment a woman on her fragrance, you're saying way more than you smell good. You're telling her, your presence lingers in my mind even when you're not here. Now that's an intoxicating thought for her. Most guys fumble this badly. They default to the same tired lines. You look nice tonight, or that color suits you. Nice enough, sure, but forgettable as yesterday's news. When you zero in on a subtle detail like her specific fragrance, you show her you're paying attention to what makes her unique. That's powerful stuff. This is where Stoicism walks in. A Stoic man understands the strength and self-control. He doesn't chatter just to hear himself talk or fish for a pat on the back. Every word is measured, deliberate, meant to land with impact. So, when you say that fragrance is addictive, you say it with quiet, grounded confidence. No overdoing it, no forcing it, you mean it. And when you do, watch her reaction. Her eyes might light up. Her smile might soften, become more real. She'll remember that compliment, not just then, but every single time she spritzes on that perfume again. That's the power of tapping into psychological attraction. Compliment number 2. Your smile genuinely lights up a room, changes the whole feel of the place. Let's talk about another powerhouse compliment most guys never think to use, her smile. But I'm not talking about some polite surface grin. I mean that real smile, the kind that walks into a room and shifts the energy all on its own, the one that brightens things up without her uttering a single word. This compliment goes way beyond just acknowledging she's pretty. You're recognizing something deeper, her energy. Think about people you've met who just instantly put you at ease. They walk in and the whole darn atmosphere seems to lift. You catch yourself smiling back without even knowing why. That ain't just teeth showing, it's an energy, a vibe that resonates with everyone nearby. When you point that out in a woman, you're telling her her presence matters. It has weight. But here's the rub. Most men never notice this gold. They get stuck complimenting her eyes or her hair. Nice, but surface level. They miss the deeper layer. Her real smile? It's a window into her inner world, her openness, her ability to bring warmth and positivity into a space just by being there. Telling her, your smile lights up a room, acknowledges her quiet power to influence the atmosphere, to make people feel relaxed and welcome just by being herself. In the Stoic world, this is about awareness. Awareness not just of your own energy, but sensing the energy others bring into a space. A Stoic man doesn't need constant validation. He speaks clearly and with purpose. So when you give this compliment, you're not just admiring her pretty smile. You're recognizing her ability to shift the energy around her. That's a powerful acknowledgement. Compliment number 3. I really admire how real you are. You don't twist yourself to fit in, you're just you. It's refreshing. Let's get honest for a minute. Authenticity feels rare as hen's teeth these days, doesn't it? We're bombarded constantly with filtered versions of folks online, fake personas everywhere, and this relentless pressure to just fit in. So when you meet someone who's unapologetically themselves, someone not afraid to be real in a world full of masks, that stands out. That's powerful. Telling a woman, I admire how real you are. You don't try to fit some mold, you're just you. Recognizes a strength most people shy away from. Authenticity. It's easy to conform, to slap on a mask, to be who everyone expects you to be. Takes guts to show up as your true self. That's someone who doesn't just stand out. They command respect. In a world drowning in shallow compliments about looks, telling her, I admire how real you are, does something rare. You're complimenting who she is on the inside, not just the packaging. Let's be blunt. Realness can be intimidating. It's tough to show your authentic self when the world's constantly nudging you to be something else. But when you notice and genuinely appreciate her authenticity, you're telling her you see her, the real person beneath it all. That hits different. This ain't a compliment about beauty. This is about respect for the person she is when the layers come off. And here's where stoicism and authenticity tie together beautifully. A Stoic man doesn't bend himself into knots to meet society's expectations. He lives true to himself, no pretenses. When you compliment a woman for being authentic, you're showing you admire the strength it takes to be real in a world full of fakes. That's the kind of woman who isn't trying to impress anyone. She impresses you simply by being true. Compliment number 4. I love how you see things. Your perspective is unique. Makes me stop and really think. Let's talk about something truly special and powerful. A woman's perspective. In a world full of folks just going through the motions, stuck in their own little bubbles, you find those rare souls who see beyond the surface. They question the usual way of things, look at the world through a unique lens. When you notice that, when you acknowledge how refreshing and thoughtful her viewpoint is, you've tapped into something meaningful, saying, I love how you see things. Your perspective is unique, and it really makes me think, tells her. You value her mind, not just her appearance. You're saying her thoughts have weight, that the way she interprets the world isn't just interesting, it's something that makes you reflect deeper. This compliment sails far past the usual superficial stuff. While most guys are busy complimenting a woman's figure or face, you're focusing on what's inside her head, her intellect, her ability to think critically, her knack for seeing angles others miss. That's rare. People don't often get appreciated for how they think. When you do that, you set yourself apart. Truth is, most folks are scared to think for themselves. They huddle with people who agree with them, stick to familiar opinions because it's easier. But when you meet someone who doesn't just drift with the current, someone who questions the obvious and offers a fresh take, you can't help but be drawn to that energy. Telling her, I love your perspective, isn't just complimenting her smarts. You're telling her her ideas matter. That's incredibly powerful. Stoicism fits right in here. A Stoic man values independent thought. He doesn't follow the herd or parrot what others say. He aims to see life clearly, and he respects that same clarity in others. When you notice her unique perspective and compliment her for it, you're aligning yourself with a deeper philosophy, one that prizes wisdom and thoughtful engagement with the world. Compliment number 5. Your energy, it's contagious, honestly makes me want to step up my own game. Energy is everything, partner. You know those people who walk into a room and seem to drain the life right out of it? Leave you feeling tired, anxious, or just plain empty? Then there's the other kind. They walk in, and their energy shifts the whole darn atmosphere. Suddenly you feel lighter, inspired, like you want to be better, do better, live better. That's the energy we're talking about. When you spot it in a woman, you found something magnetic. Telling her, your energy is contagious, makes me want to be the best version of myself. Compliments her vibe, her presence, not just her looks. You're recognizing she carries a kind of energy that doesn't just fill a room, it commands it. Her presence isn't passive, it's active, and it nudges you toward your own potential. Think about it. Being around someone who's driven, inspired, and genuinely positive makes you want to level up. You want to be sharper, take action, make things happen. Recognizing that in a woman means you're not just seeing her outer beauty. You're seeing her power to influence people around her in a way that sparks growth. Harsh reality? Most people don't have that energy. They're stuck in neutral, cozy in their comfort zones. But someone with that infectious drive, that spark? They don't just exist, they create. They don't just live in the world, they make it better. Telling her, "I love your energy," recognizes the effect her presence has on your growth. You're saying she's not just a pretty face, she's someone who inspires you to be better. In the Stoic world, this aligns perfectly with self-mastery. The Stoics believed in surrounding ourselves with people who challenge us to rise, to become our best selves, to live with intention. Complimenting her energy isn't just noticing her vibrance, it's honoring her ability to help others become their best. Compliment number 6. You're honestly one of the most thoughtful people I've met. How you care about others really shows. In a world that often puts me first ahead of kindness, genuine thoughtfulness is a rare and powerful quality. You know the type. Folks too wrapped up in their own needs to notice when someone else could use a hand, a kind word, or just a little attention. Then there are those who truly care. They go out of their way to make others feel valued, seen, and heard. Spotting that in a woman? You're tapping into depth, integrity, and real empathy. Telling her, "You're one of the most thoughtful people I know." How you care about others really shows, compliments her character. You're recognizing her ability to think beyond herself, to notice others' needs, remember the small things, and act with genuine care. That's not something she hears every day. Most women get showered with compliments on their looks. Compliments on their character are rarer than a quiet airport. Brutal truth? Most folks are too busy with their own lives to even see when someone needs help. Recognizing her thoughtfulness reassures her that you see the real value in who she is, not just what she looks like. This isn't just paying lip service to her being nice. It's honoring her actions and recognizing the integrity it takes to consistently put others first, even when nobody's watching. In Stoicism, we talk about virtue, living guided by wisdom, courage, justice, and integrity. When you recognize her thoughtfulness, you're not just saying she does good things, you're honoring her virtue. That's a compliment that resonates deep down. Compliment number 7. I respect your drive, your sense of purpose. Seriously inspiring. Let's talk about drive, that inner fire pushing someone forward no matter how tough it gets. You've seen it. People who wake up every day with a mission, relentlessly building something real and meaningful. It ain't about quick wins or instant fixes. It's about creating substance. Seeing that in a woman deserves acknowledgement. It sets her apart, saying, "I respect your drive. Your sense of purpose is seriously inspiring." Recognizes her passion, her ambition, the fact she's not coasting. She's out there building something, making her dreams real, obstacles or not. That's a quality worth celebrating. Too many folks today are content just getting by. Someone driven, they're a force. Ambition isn't just chasing money or a fancy title. It's grit, resilience, the focus to keep pushing when things fall apart. Telling her you admire her drive says you see the hard work, the sacrifices, the late nights she's poured into getting where she is. You recognize that relentless pursuit. From a Stoic view, this is pure living with intention. A Stoic doesn't settle for mediocre, doesn't wait for life to happen. They carve their own path and chase it with everything they've got. Recognizing a woman's drive acknowledges she's someone in control of her life, actively shaping her future. That's worth respecting. Compliment number 8. You've got a real gift, making people feel comfortable and truly valued, like they matter. Let's talk about emotional intelligence. That almost magical knack some folks have for making others feel truly seen, heard, and understood. We live in a world full of people trying to one-up each other, prove their worth, or hide behind facades. Someone with real emotional intelligence? Someone who can walk into a room and make others instantly feel at ease? That's someone special. Telling her, you have a gift for making people feel comfortable and truly valued, recognizes her impact, not her outward appearance, but the deeper energy she brings. This compliment isn't about beauty, it's about how she makes people feel, the safe space she creates where people can be real, no fear of judgment. Let's be real. How many people do you know who genuinely make others feel seen? Not as common as it should be. Most are too tangled in their own insecurities to pay real attention. But someone with emotional intelligence knows how to read a room, adjust their energy, and make everyone feel like they matter, like they're enough. Stoicism deeply values empathy and connection. To truly connect, we must understand others' humanity and build respectful, meaningful bonds. Complimenting her for making people feel valued acknowledges her power to bring people together, create belonging, and help folks feel truly seen. In a superficial world, this kind of compliment cuts deep. There you have it, gentlemen. 8 powerful compliments that ditch the surface fluff. These aren't throwaway lines. They're tools designed to make a real impact, showing her you see her, not just her looks, but her depth, her energy, her mind. Here's the bottom line. In a world drowning in fake praise and shallow moves, these words make you stand out. They're not about begging for her approval. They're about acknowledging her true worth in a way most guys never will. Use them to build connections based on respect, admiration, and real understanding. Before you head off, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Which of these compliments could you see yourself using? Or even simpler, just type T. Words have power, and sharing helps lock this in for you and the whole community. Found these useful? Wait till you see the impact of the right words first thing in the morning. Click the video popping up now. 7 good morning texts no woman can ignore. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a buddy who could use it. Till next time, keep your words intentional and your presence strong.